We've got a special set to show you today. This is a 3324 American Flyer from about 1932, maybe as late as 1934. It's got a die-cast Vanderbilt tender, and it's a passenger set with the 11-inch enameled cars. They have cast iron air tanks, painted green, and the green happens to match the stripe on the locomotive. It has an operating headlight as well as an operating boiler light. You can see the little holes right here. Some come without holes, but the ones with holes have the boiler light. Now if I were to take this off, little spark there, roll it ahead, there is a switch that turns off the bell. I'm going to turn it on and roll it ahead so you can hear what it sounds like. Well, maybe not. Just a tiny little tink. All right, let's hook it back up and see it run. Take just a moment to talk about the cars. Here is the observation. 11-inch enamel car, bright red. The roof is slightly darker than the side. Brass window trim. Cast iron air tanks. Gray trucks with brass journals, brass steps. And the observation says American Flyer Lines. The coach says Jeffersonian. Jeffersonian cars appeared in 1928. So I always called this the Jeffersonian set, but actually in 1932 it's called the Cumberland, number 1355. And if you go into 1933, the same set is there. In 1934, it's called the 1355 RC for remote control. So it's very likely that this set is from 1934 because there is a remote control reverse unit in the locomotive. Here's the club car. It also says American Flyer Lines. Everything matches. The nickel is bright and shiny in all of the couplers. Same thing on the tender. Trucks match. I know it's an original set because I have the original boxes. Now we'll run it a little bit more. This is a motor out of a 3324, similar to what we were just running. It's a little behind the scenes. This is the reverse switch, down for forward, up for reverse. This mechanism right here is automatic. I'll show you that in just a moment. Rear truck, front truck, and here's the bell. And I'll show you how the bell operates in just a moment. Then this headlight hooks to the smokestack on the die-cast body. So let's run this, and I will show you how it automatically forwards and reverses by the remote control. Okay, the bell was ringing just because we touched a wire to the track, but what really makes it go is this Geneva wheel, and I'll show you how that works. Okay, here's the Geneva wheel that activates the solenoid that rings the bell. And I have an original Geneva wheel. You can see it has 6 slots and 6 points. These points match this wheel. So if the wheel's going around, it advances a Geneva wheel 1/6 of a revolution for every revolution of the wheel. It comes around, hits it again, advances it 1/6. So each 6 revolutions, this turns once. And there is a cam attached to the axis of the Geneva wheel that makes contact with this brass spring clip. It goes to a Fahnestock clip that goes to the top wire on the solenoid. The bottom wire of the solenoid goes to the switch that's in the back of the locomotive, so you can turn the bell off. That's how it works. So there's the on-off switch for the bell. If I turn it upside down, you can see where the boiler light is mounted. You can see the leads for the switch. There's also a lockout for the reverse unit. You can see that little metal tab behind the rear wheel, the rear geared wheel. There's the bell. Wanted to take one more look at the boiler. It is die cast, it's satin black, and look at all the brass bits. Brass smokestack, brass headlight ferrule, brass flag stanchions. We've got brass whistles, brass steam vent, brass sand dome, and look at the little copper pipes running down. Brass window, brass handrail, and look at the action on the drive rods. I really like the style of this locomotive. American Flyer called it the General Washington style. Let's give it one more run.